Hi, my name is Christy and this is my horse Weston. I got Weston when he was about 18 months old and started him myself and did all of his training with the help of some riding instructors that we took some lessons with. Weston is now 19 years old. A few years ago, we decided to concentrate on dressage. It was something that we had kind of dabbled in the past, but I'd never really focused on dressage, and we had only done training level tests. So I got the help of some trainers and started at training level and did pretty well in that, even though he was just a little difficult, especially in canter. He's a Clydesdale thoroughbred cross, so not naturally talented for really getting himself put together. But we did pretty well through training level, and we did pretty well through first level for the most part. He had some not so great shows. But it was about a year ago that we really hit a low spot. We had done second level at schooling shows, and you know, at schooling shows, the judges were pretty generous and we had done okay. And we had some just really great shows, and sometimes he was really great and sometimes we just really had some bad scores and we really felt like we were fighting each other. We kind of hit rock bottom with it about a year ago at a recognized show. We just had the worst show of our life. He was very tense. I was very tense. It felt like we were fighting each other. I felt like I really didn't have control over him. I felt like we might leave the arena at any time. He was both pulling on me and felt out of control, yet very sucked back and not going forward. And I just felt really stuck. We were really discouraged. I really didn't like myself at that show. I didn't think I was fair to my horse. I didn't think that it was a good experience for us. He's my partner, and if it wasn't going to be fun and we were going to hate each other at the end of the show and he was going to feel like I betrayed him, I decided this dressage thing is not something I want to do. If this is the way it's going to be, this is not what I want to do. So we came home and only trail rode for about 3 months and just relaxed and restored our relationship. And Gail is at my barn and she had been kind of bugging me to take lessons with her. I just didn't prioritize myself to be in regular lessons, and I had trailered out here and there to be taking lessons, but she convinced me to give it another shot with dressage. So I decided, okay, I'll try this thing. And I bought a lesson package with Gail. And we basically started over from the beginning. We had to work on all the basics. What I found through that was most of the training and the lessons I had been in, we had missed the fundamentals. My horse really wasn't stepping from behind, and he really wasn't using his hind end. And although he could do all the lateral movements, he really wasn't doing it by pushing from behind and using his body. And when tension would come into it, it would get even worse. So we'd go to a show and I'd be tense and he'd be tense, and it would all fall apart, even if we could pull it off at home, because he wasn't truly through. So we started over. And I feel like I'm finally finding the key to really getting this horse to use himself and to come under, and that he is truly on the bit. And now everything's easier. I'm riding him from his hind legs probably for the first time ever. I mean, I think when we were jumping or doing hunters or whatever, and you know, we were really going forward and he was really excited about going forward because he really likes to jump, I think he probably was using himself. But when I thought about doing dressage, a lot of the advice that I had was, you know, shorten your reins and hold him and kick him into the contact. And that was just a recipe for this horse, to shorten his stride and hollow his back and really, you know, not use himself. So we've been in lessons with Gail, I think, for probably 6, 7, or 8 months. And I basically have a different horse now, and I'm a different rider. I feel like what we're working on is more fair to him. And my realization is, you know, the hard stuff isn't hard if you have the basics down. It's the basics that are hard. And so I just am really encouraged and would like to encourage everybody to read Gail's book and to look at their own training and see if you're fighting your horse, or if it's really hard, or you feel like you have to force your horse into a position or a movement, then maybe it's really not the right way, and to reevaluate what's going on, because it's made a huge difference to us. I now feel excited to kind of get back out there. I feel like we're really not ready yet to go conquer second level test 3 at a show quite yet, because I want it to be good and I want it to be a good experience. But I think we'll get there. And, you know, my goal when I started dressage was to get my bronze medal on Weston before he retires. A year ago, I just thought that was impossible, and I had given up on that, and I just started looking for other horses. But, you know, at 19, he still wants to work, and he still likes to work, and he wants to come out and do something every day, and he is my partner. And now I feel like we will accomplish that goal before he retires, and we'll do it as a team instead of fighting each other, and it will be us working together and not me fighting him to get it done.